Hey Rosemont family and friends, after a lot of prayer and discussion and planning, we are very excited to announce that we're going to begin worshiping in our building again in person on July the 5th. And we want to tell you some things about this service so you can be prepared if you attend. We're going to offer 2 services beginning July the 5th, one at 9 a.m. and the other at 11. And I want to be very clear about this. If you're not comfortable coming into the building, that's okay. We want you to stay home and be comfortable. We're going to continue to live stream. And so every Sunday morning we'll offer a 9 a.m. and an 11 a.m. live. We're also going to stream our 11 a.m. service on YouTube and Facebook. While in the building during the worship service, we're going to practice social distancing. Every other row will be taped off. Families will be allowed to sit together with 3 seats between groups. All of our Rosemont volunteers and our staff will be wearing masks. We're going to encourage you to wear a mask while in the building, and if you don't have one, we'll make one available for you. Doors will open approximately 20 minutes prior to the service beginning, so when you come into the parking lot, remain in your cars until you see the doors in the main lobby open. Access to the building will be limited to 1 entry point. You can only enter through the double doors in the new lobby. Restrooms will be open, but for emergencies only. We'll only allow 1 person at a time in the restroom, and a cleaning person will clean between uses. No Sunday school or child care will be offered at this time, worship service only. In fact, the building will be closed except for the worship area and the designated walking paths. The church will be thoroughly cleaned between services by a cleaning crew. They'll come in and wipe everything down and spray to disinfect our entire area before the next worship service begins. A lot of people have asked, are we going to be safe when we come into the building? How can we minimize exposure? I'd like you to hear from Dr. Robert Martin as he answers that question.
Hey Rosemont family, so as we are coming together and meeting again, I want everybody to remember the 3 W's to please wear a mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. And I think if we do all of that together, we can keep each other safe and we can worship together as a body. And then also, if you have any symptoms of the coronavirus, if you have fever, cough, sore throat, please stay home. And once those symptoms are gone, please feel free to come back and worship with us.
Well, listen, we are so excited to be able to gather together again, but things are going to look a little different as you attend the worship service. You will be able to park as usual, but we ask that you please stay in your cars until you see that the worship center doors have been opened about 20 minutes before the service begins. As you approach the building, please continue to remember social distancing and follow the signs down the sidewalk where you'll enter the building through the double doors. As you enter the building, you will be asked if you would like to attend the live worship service in the worship center or watch from the simulcast in the fellowship hall.
We're excited about coming back inside for worship, and we've put a lot of thought into how that might look. When you reach the doors of the worship center, you can choose to be seated in the front of the worship center or towards the rear of the worship center. As you enter, you'll see lines to help you remember to social distance. Volunteers will guide families to their seats. After being seated, we ask that you remain seated to avoid contact with others, but if someone in the middle of your row does need to get out, please stand and allow them to exit in order to avoid direct contact. When the service is over, our volunteers will lead us out by rows. Right side exiting through the breezeway door, and the left side will exit through the lobby doors. Again, we have a great plan in place to keep our people safe and to make everyone feel comfortable entering the building. Our volunteers will be wearing masks. We will be seating families with 3 empty seats between them and using every other row. We're minimizing space that we're using in the building, and those spaces will be cleaned between the services as well. We will also be simulcasting our service in the fellowship hall.
When you arrive at the fellowship hall, you and your family will be asked to wait outside the double doors, where you'll be directed to a designated volunteer who will help you find your seat. The seats have been placed 6 feet apart to help adhere to social distancing guidelines.
Thanks again for watching. I want you to be in prayer for that July the 5th service, for all the people up here that are going to be working to make it happen, for all the people that come live to be part of it, and for all the people that watch it online. So we hope to see you either live or online July the 5th as we worship together.